Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And away we go from East Rutherford. Hill now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So following the return, looks like somebody's shaken up. Trainers have to determine how severe this may be. They run it from the gun with Wright. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Big shot to begin the drive. Has him up beyond the 40. Ritter. Finds his man. It's Demario Douglas. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Handoff on second and short. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Back now, pressure on its way. Throw left side cut by Douglas. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Let's go. Go. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and the incompletion is still pretty good for the defense.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here we go. Tight end gets it running forward. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll run for this. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
I love aggressive defenses, and a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call. But it can work against the pass, or in that case, against the run. Good luck running for the sticks when you've got a whole defense crashing the line of scrimmage off the snap.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 41. Into traffic, complete. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. Two men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
The Hogs dialing up the nickel D here, third down. He's dropping back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to it. Across the 20, continuing to work. And they finally get to him at the 15. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
All set up now for 1st and 10. They give it to him again. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Hey, these are the type of gains he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Off the mark there, incomplete pass.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So the incompletion on 1st, here's 2nd and goal. They'll send him up the middle. And an opening doesn't materialize. He's cut near the line of scrimmage. No pickup on that run, and it leaves them 4 yards out on 3rd and goal.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Back to throw now. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal. He's one of the greatest to do it. Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Let's go. Putting the tight end in motion. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. Here we go. Here's Ritter. Short pass brought in. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought to a halt by Deontay Banks.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing now from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Third down from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Back to the well again. And he'll make his way down to the 16-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Another carry for him. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the gun on 3rd down. Flushed out of the pocket. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And it's picked out by the Giants. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse.
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. They'll try and punch it in. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Going power with a big tight end. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 7-0 is our score. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They'll start this drive out, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They kick the running back in motion. They connect on the deep shot. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York! The Giants can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown. Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do. Justin Tucker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants tie this game 7-7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Juke the defender. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back-to-back carries here. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. It's taken in by Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go, set.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
19, Charger, 19, Charger.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. It's an 8-yard gain, and things looking a whole lot better now. 3rd and 3 upcoming.
That call right there was all about setting up an easier 3rd down. Sure, you could have potentially gotten the 1st down, Kate, but now you've opened up your playbook on 3rd down that much more.
Finds him on the crossing route. That's 16 on the pickup. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
A gain of 6.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Throwing here, Ritter. Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Going to the ground again on first. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Ritter looking to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Pass complete to Walker. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Ritter to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. The throw is caught. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Running it now out of the gun. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Ritter setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 27-yard look here. Aubrey puts it through. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Sanders all set to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. The rookie from Ohio State takes it away. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
On first down, they'll run. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, when you're a defender and you see them give that quick little take to the fullback, you just have to stop him before he gets started. They piled on him and held him to minimal yardage.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Forced out to his right. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. It's the Seahawks with it on 4th and 1. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He finds him beyond the marker. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Completed over the middle. It's inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks grow their lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks make it a 10-point ball game. Sanders all set to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That pass complete to Moss. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. They go play action on 1st. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Seahawks will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Ritter. Throw complete to Lamb. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the 36. Gets this to Fant. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. They're both quarterback and tight end. Went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully. And the tight end, the beneficiary.
Trying to hit his fullback there. And now it's 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's Ritter. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks grow their lead just before halftime. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks take a 3-possession lead.
Giants 7. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And that one's unsuccessful.
Yeah, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away. It saves a potential completion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Here we go, set. Hut, hut.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. He puts some power on a deep one left. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I think it's fair to say, in the eye in the sky didn't lie, without that ball being tipped, we are looking at the big game. A missed opportunity to push their offense and a great play on the other side to deny the throw.
To the air, 3rd and long. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
He'll throw it yet again. He fires one deep down the middle. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Ready? 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
2nd and 10 now. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Seahawks will start with it in the 4th after an interception to end the quarter. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Walker hauls it in. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Not much time left in the half, so the kicking team out on 1st down. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And the lead goes unchanged from 17.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Cowboy 80. Come on. Set. Ready.
A give now from the gun. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Sanders all set to send it away. Return starts from the goal line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Moss, the receiver, in motion right. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Fits it through the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Let's go.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And it'll be Seahawks football.
Here we go. Set.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
Now Ritter. Into the hands of Walker. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a gain of 4 there. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pass it down close. It's a Seattle touchdown. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Giants 7. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Set up. Ready.
Here's the handoff. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Okay, great. Let's go. Huh.
Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision, one they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
1st and 10 from the 41. They'll run it from the gun. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Here we go.
They give it to him again. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Set. Ready.
Back to the well again. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. That one gains 7. And the Giants will have a 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They've got a man in motion. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Setting up the screen. And they take him down right along the 30.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Ready? Hey, smash. Stop below 18. Ready?
Running for the marker on second. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
75.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Completed to his running back. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
At the Seahawks 15-yard line.
Pass play now. This throw is caught. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Giants shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. And now the Giants keeping the offense on the field. We've got a 2-point attempt coming up.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Trying for it on the ground. And he's almost there, but no! They stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Hill now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Oh, love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Let's go.
Right up the gut. And he fights his way forward to get this to the 45. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
These aren't the plays that will lead highlight reels, but they're the ones that win you ball games. What a nice gain by the back. And now his offense can go in any number of directions on 1st and 10.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Back-to-back carries here. And he's held up short of midfield after a small gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
If you're going to go play action, Kate, you've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Call that one a 44-yard punt. And it'll be Giants football.
Okay, ready?
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Ready?
Throwing now from the gun. Finding Pearsall. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Connects with the open man downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
18, right here. Ready?
To throw it on 1st down. This one falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up. They are throwing it again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Go! Ready?
Now looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here's a handoff up the gut. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call. Tucker on for the extra point. The kicker gets it. Oh, it looks like he's going to throw it. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
I know these special teams coaches spend all week trying to find a little weakness, and I guess they saw something on film they may have liked. But I think this serves as a reminder, if you want to get 2, try the conversion from the 2-yard line next time.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Hill now to return it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st. Hand off to the back. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Got to be 2nd down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. Jukes one defender, and he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Seahawks with a comfortable 12-point lead. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. And he's brought down for a loss.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles. Well, they stuffed the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Giants are going to take over with a lot of field ahead of them. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Finds him over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. Setting up a throw. Moss hauls it in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Taken in by Williams outright. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. 1st and 10, got to score immediately here. Only 1 timeout left, and that clock winding down. Throwing it again here. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Running back sent in motion. Here he is to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. 1st and 10 from the 41. Lone back gets the handoff. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. So the Seahawks take this one on the road. And even fighting that dreaded body clock with a West Coast trip, they played their game, and they're taking this victory back east with them. This has been another edition of the NFL